Everything good to go? Good?
Yes.
Hey guys, we just opened up. We just got asked if we sell edibles. They didn't even really come in. They just kind of pulled up and asked. In case you ever do come to our store, we don't sell edibles yet. Maybe one day, keep the stress levels down, but not yet. What's up, my friends and family? Very interesting times here. The store has been exceptionally busy. Not with too many more people, but people spending a lot more because they don't want to go to the big box stores and deal with so many people who don't know about social distancing. So this is good things for us. There's a silver lining in this situation, a sad silver lining, because we don't want to be busier because of something like what's going on. So yeah, sales are up. I know I joke that I'm always hungry for more, but we're happy about that because our business can actually stay open because it's essential. And if you don't know, me and Felicia own this grocery store for about 2.5 years now. We're all about small business and entrepreneurship on this channel. So if you do like that, can you please hit the like button down below? Just hit it this time because it really helps this channel grow and gets our content out to more viewers who might appreciate it. Watching something just like you do. Let's get into it. It's been an interesting time. We're locked down for a while. We don't do anything else but stay at home or live in our store, and we try to keep the place as clean as possible and avoid anything being spread in this zone anyways. Let's get to it.
Guys, welcome back to our channel. I don't really know what to say. I feel like I haven't been on camera for a while, probably because that's 100% true. Probably gonna be locked in our store very soon due to the current world events going on, and I can't say I'm gonna be upset about it just because I know I will always have food. And during this whole thing, food has been like a fear for, I think, majority of people. They're just stockpiling, thinking that they're gonna not have enough of something, or that stores are gonna run out. Oh no,
Sales are up and I'm hungry for more.
Oh, crazy. I was saying before I was really interrupted, my fear is not running out of food, obviously, because I'm here. I'm gonna lock myself in here. My fear is, I think, just like of my family. To say though, sales have been so good, I can't even complain about it, and I feel like a guilty person saying this because literally our sales are like doubling. It is a blessing in one way because people are like finding out about us and they're coming, but also it's awful the circumstances that it's in. So it is very bittersweet, but we're just taking it day by day. We get asked a lot about when we're closing or if we're closing, what our hours are going to be like, and right now they're going to be the same, but it's so weird because when we go home, like sometimes I like think about it. I'm like, what if we actually do need to close? Like, what are we going to do? What will the city be like? And my mind instantly goes into like movie mode, like where we have to close the store and like board up the windows. So because we actually just got these blinds installed, and when they're fully down you can see people coming up to the window, but they actually can't see in at all. So I will literally stand here and see people like trying to look in, and they think like something's wrong with their eyes, but really like you can't see because there's a blind down. Locked in here wouldn't actually be the worst thing in the world, just because we have access to literally so much food, like fresh food, canned food, jarred food, all this stuff. But of course, like, we don't have a bed here, we don't have a shower, so things might get a little weird, especially on Ray's end. He might stink up the place a little bit more than normal, but I don't think it would be a problem. I have to say though, I do really feel bad for all the other small businesses that did have to close, especially like the ones we've gotten to know through the store. We've become friends with a lot of smaller business owners, and it is kind of like heartbreaking just because you know that they're closing and that's it. Like, they don't have an income coming in. You know, who knows what our government is going to do for us. Like, I know they say they're going to take care of us, but like, obviously that's only going to go so far. We're not dumb. We obviously don't want to get sick. We don't want to get our family sick. So there is going to be a line that will be crossed, and that we will eventually say, okay, we have to close down, and like this, it is what it is. You have to take it day by day, and that's what we're doing.
So we made a video about a week ago saying that we noticed a dip in our sales because people are going to the big box stores, hoarding everything in and not coming out of their house. Then, however, that only lasted a few days because we noticed a peak in customers and amount they're spending at our store, because we found that many of them don't want to go to the big box stores and risk, you know, being with too many people, having their products touched too many times by thousands and thousands of customers they get a day. So they're shopping here more locally because, number one, you know, there's less people in our store. Sometimes there's 1 or 2 people only, sometimes there's 3 or 4, but at the max, you know, you can just assume that there's never going to be, it's not going to be insane in here and crowded. You have your social distancing space. So that's what we noticed, and that's been continuing for the past 2 weeks now, maybe a week and a half. And they're here and they're buying more than ever because they don't want to have to go anywhere else. Because you don't want to go out of your house more than you need, right? You want to stay home as much as possible. And that's why we're also, you know, considering this a quarantine in our store, because this is pretty much where we're living for 12 hours a day. Then we go home and sleep. Information here for you. Current sales, the day's over. 6:10, we close at 6:30. These are honeymoon numbers. You know, they're honeymoon numbers because people aren't going to the big stores as much when they only need a few things. They can't. It doesn't make sense. And many times those stores are cleared out of all inventory anyways. So, you know, they come to us, and that's okay, and I understand why they're coming to us, so they don't have to go into those stores. Honeymoon numbers, by that I mean when we first opened, these were the current sales we made, because, you know, when you have a new business, everyone's checking you out, you're new, everyone wants to try you out, and then things taper off a bit, they plateau, and it's up to you to keep building that business after that honeymoon period. You know, with all that being said, don't get me wrong, I'm still concerned with our risk here being open and the health and safety of anybody who helps me run the store. We're taking all the precautions necessary. You know, we wear masks when need be, gloves all the time, sanitizing everything. And eventually, you know, if things get really bad in this city, essential service or not, and which grocery would be one of the essential services, I would consider still shutting it down, even though if we're not required to, because the risk of contracting is not worth being here for a couple extra bucks. And eventually, if things get pretty bad, you know, we'll start shooting our videos from home and talking about the financial side of that and how we're going to recover.
And we can finally give you a condo tour.
Yeah. Hang on. Wait. Alright guys, we are closing everything down, and it's been a pretty interesting day. You know, there's a lot of things we're about to start doing. I think we're going to start a curbside pickup to avoid people coming into the store. We're also going to probably have to deliver it to a few people. I really don't like deliveries because I have to leave the store, and then by the time I get back, everything's scattered and low, and then I actually lose money because things aren't fresh on the counter. So that's
a whole thing.
It's a whole thing with deliveries. A lot of people think I have excuses, but I know how well this business can run, and if I'm out and about running 3-4 people's food all day. Takes an hour, maybe 2, depending how far they are. So we're sleeping here tonight. We're quarantining, lockdown. Throw down the shades. We got a freezer full of food. Actually, we got a store full of food. And entertainment is going to be some Stephen King books. And we have a washroom with, well, we have a little sprayer to hose down as well. Felicia will just, you know.
Okay, he needs a full-on shower.
We'll just soak down Felicia with some vinegar and rinse her off. Anyways, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made your quarantine a little bit more interesting. And some of us, you know, I did one day of quarantine yesterday, and I got very bored very quick. So I don't know if I'm ready to fully quarantine myself completely. Which I would listen. I would if I could.
Rick, our car's the only one in the lot.
Our car's the only one in the lot on a strip mall. If I had to stay home and quarantine, I would. But sadly, this store is something I want to keep going, and it's helping the community. So I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I can. And you know, I'm not going to lie if I would tell you it is benefiting me with sales, and the risks are still there for me. So eventually, we're going to really be watching what's going on, and if we have to close, we have to close. Thanks for watching me ramble for the last 10 minutes probably. Stay safe, stay clean, and we love you.